Okay, welcome to this video tutorial outlining PowerPoint 2010. And in this video tutorial we'll be covering the steps involved in creating a credits roll. This is brought to you by Shiftkey Solutions and I am Eric Ripley. Let's take a look. Here we have a PowerPoint slide. Let's take a look. I've already created it here. We're going to see what we'll end up creating. This is what we'll end up creating. A simple credit roll. These names are separated by about a second, maybe 2 seconds. And they just roll. This list consists of 21 names. You can create this credit roll with 21 names, 5 names, or 200 names if you like. And here comes the end of the list. Okay, so let's get back to our main slide here, and let's talk about how this was created. Here we are on a fresh PowerPoint slide, clean and it's unedited so far. The way I created this was I imported an existing list that was given to me, or that had been created previously. So the way I do that is I'm going to go to my existing list, which happens to be in Microsoft Word, and here's our list of names. As you can see, this consists of 21 names, but again, it could be 50 names, it could be 500 names, it doesn't matter. Just select your list. Once you have it selected, we're going to copy it, and then we're going to go back to our PowerPoint. From here, I'm going to paste the list directly into here, and I'm going to use my shortcut keys. Once it's pasted, whenever you do a paste like this, it automatically centers the text box on the slide. So what I want to do is I'm going to select the border of this and I'm going to center align this. And then once it's center aligned, I want to take the top border of my text box and I want to move it to just outside the bottom of my slide, so it's off my slide. Now, some folks aren't aware of the fact that here in PowerPoint, this gray area over here or behind the slide is our workspace. So I'm going to zoom out so I can see more of that. Look at all this workspace I have here. So I'm going to grab this, drag it down to where it's just off the slide, and there it is. Now, with it being there, I want to go and modify its animation. So I'm going to come up to my Animations tab, and here are a great deal of animations to choose from. The one I want is a special one. It's called a motion path. I'm going to come over and choose line. I'm going to click line, and when I do, there's a line appearing there. So I'm going to scroll down so I can see the green indicates the beginning of it, the red indicates the end of it. So it just populates it there for me, and then from here I can modify it. What I want to do is I want to take this line so that it spills over to the top of my slide. So I'm going to grab the end here, click and drag and put it to where it's roughly the same distance. I'm going to do my best to center this. There we go. Roughly the same distance off the slide as it is down there. So I'm going to scroll out a little bit more and I can see that that's about right. Now maybe just a little more. There. Okay. So now I have it. I have an animation here for these list of names to go from this bottom part of the slide to the top of the slide. Well, I'm not done yet. I need to modify this animation. So I'm going to open up my animation pane, and here it is here. From here, I want to change the effects of this slide. Effects of this animation. So I'm going to go to my effects options. And right here where it says smooth start, end start, I'm going to show you what that looks like. So we want this to be 0, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay. So I'm going to click OK. Let's just take a look at what we have right now. I'm going to end up modifying this a little bit. So if we push play, look at that. Did you see that? It zoomed past us. Let me close this down a little bit. See more of our slide. If I push play, look at that. It's just one big glob. Well, we don't want that. Let's modify it a little bit. What we need to do, we're going to click our effects options, and we're going to come to our text animations tab, and I want, as opposed to as one object, I want to click this drop down and choose by first level paragraphs, and click automatically after, I don't know, 1 second, for example. Click OK. Let's take a look what this looks like. Whoa. There's 1, there's 2. Well, this doesn't really do what we want it to do. So let's go ahead and stop it. What we need to modify is its delay and speed. What I want it to do is go slower over the slide, so I want to modify its duration. So here in my timing group, I'm going to click the duration, and I'm going to change this to 15 seconds. Let's take a look now. Okay, that's not so bad. It kind of goes and it speeds up. Yeah. Now you'll notice this one. See how it's a long time between each one? It's still going. See, it's slow and then it starts speeding up. Yeah, so we're going to click stop. We're going to go to the effect options here, and we want to modify the text animation here and the effects, and I want to change the smooth start. I want this to be 0 and the smooth end to be 0. I want our names to slide across the screen or slide consistently. So I'm going to click OK. We'll take a look. See, it has a nice even start, and it'll end evenly in speed. But then there's still this great big gap of time between them. What I want is each name to go through here about 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 seconds apart. So the way I fix that, let's stop this. The way I fix that is I'm going to click right here to expand my content. And here's a list of everything that's in my animation. So right now, this one starts at 1 second delay. So I can click and drag to change that to, I don't know, half a second. So a half a second after my animation starts, this name will come up. Now I want to change this as well to go 2 seconds after that one. Well, I can't right now because if I try and move it down, it's blocked right there. Why do you think that might be? Why would it be blocked? How can I unblock this? Well, if I click my drop down here and take a look as to when this animation occurs, it starts after the previous. So it will only start after this starts. So what I need to do is change this to start with previous. That only modified this first one. So what I need to do is modify and affect all of them. Start with previous. See how it changes everything. So what I can do now, change my timeline here back to the beginning. Now I can adjust each and every one of these. So instead of starting at 0, I'm going to start this one at 2.5. Let's say 3. 3 for even numbers. And then I want this to start 3 seconds after that one, so that'd be 6 seconds, right? See how I move this over? And then do this one to 9 seconds, right? Oops. This will be 12 seconds. There it is. And so on and so forth. Now that we have all of our names, individual names separated out by 3 seconds each, as you can see on this timeline here, if I move over to the right a little bit, you can see that this is going off. So if we do a play, let's condense down a little bit. Let's take a look at what it looks like. This is a preview of it. It has a nice even start to it. You can see the names are separated. And it's moving smoothly. Let's jump to the end here. And here's the last name. That went real smooth. Okay, let's take a look at what it looks like in a slide. Pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Looks good. From here, now it's opened up for us to apply any kind of background style to accentuate this, and then maybe a shape on the outside to accentuate it even more. Otherwise, that's it. Thanks for watching.